I want to turn this wall into a shelf that will also have the stairs to the top of the platform. The material I'm going to use looks simply like colored MDF, but is much more than that. It's called Valchromat and comes in various colors and thicknesses. It has higher mechanical strength than regular MDF and is moisture resistant, so it can be used in kitchens, bathrooms, or any other interior space. It is colored throughout with organic dyes and it has a great load resistance, which makes this material convenient for what I want to build. Valchromat is made in Portugal at Valchromat factory and exports to all over the world. Now let's get our hands in some of this beauty. At my parents' house, I cut the boards in 3 parts to make them easier to handle and brought them over to my studio downtown. I carefully cut all 16mm gray boards to 49 centimeters at the table saw, which is the depth of the shelf and the width of the stairs. I then cross-cut them to 55 centimeters until I had 22 pieces. Then I changed the stop block to cut what are going to be the height pieces. Okay, I got a problem. I don't have enough 16mm gray MDF. That's because I made the layout of the boards before and didn't count for 2 of these. Although I have here that I would need 2 of these. But at the moment that I sent the list to Valchromat, I just counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I don't have enough material. So I'll just go out and buy a regular brown MDF sheet. So let's get going. I butt jointed everything with PVA glue and nails, and this is going to be plenty strong for the purpose. I bought this nail gun recently and this was the first time that I used it. I found out that the nails usually bend to one specific direction, which is normal, when they are entering the material, and this happened to me twice. But no big deal, just snap and file that off. I left the glue set for about 20 minutes and then scrape it off with an old chisel while it was still a bit tender. Then I routed a rabbet to receive backer boards in all boxes except the ones that will sit on the floor. I then sanded the front edge on every single box to make them smooth and better looking. I took the measurements of the baseboard and removed some material on the floor boxes so they could sit flush with the wall. Because the backer boards in the floor boxes need to go a bit forward into the box space, it didn't make much sense to rabbet those, unless I would make a very deep rabbet. Instead, I just cut those backer boards a bit smaller so they would fit perfectly inside the box and nail them in place, as you will see later. There was some percussion parade on the street at this time. I had to rasp a curve along this edge to match the curved corner on the wall. I applied a coat of water-based matte varnish and let it dry overnight. It's always a good idea to sand in between coats, so I got some really fine grit Velcro sandpaper and adapted the shape to my sander. I smoothed out all the insides. The reason I didn't apply finish to the outer sides is because they will all be in contact with other boxes' outer faces, so it wouldn't really make a difference. You might be thinking, yeah, and about the stairs? Well, the stairs will be covered up later by another Valchromat color. I decided to pre-finish the boards from where I'll be cutting the backer boards on one side, and while that was drying I squared up all the rabbit corners. It was finally time to close the backside of the boxes, and here you see me inserting the perfectly fitted bags on the floor boxes. I don't really need many nails, it's just to keep them in place because the force from climbing the stairs will be applied vertically, so they will never want to move around. I will probably send a few screws to the wall here and there, as also connecting the boxes to make the whole thing really fixed and sturdy when everything is set in the final position. This is what I've got so far, and I was a little bit concerned about the regular MDF because it doesn't seem as strong as the Valchromat, but since these boxes are smaller and this part of the structure has a lot of vertical lines, I think it's going to be just fine. Apart from that, I'm really happy the way this is turning out. What's missing here is the place for the aquarium, and this structure here needs to be special because some parts need to be removable so I can be able to put my hands on the aquarium to change the water and cleaning and all that stuff. So I made this small scale model, but I'll explain all about that on the next episode. It's gonna be yellow. Also, I want to prevent dust from going into some of the storage sections. So I'll be making a few door fronts and maybe some drawers, and I thought it would be really cool if I could give them a little bit of three-dimensionality. So I thought about making a few basic geometric textures, and I'll be talking all about that on the next episode. Now I want to send a big thank you to Valchromat for supporting this project, and I highly recommend you guys go check out their products because they bring a whole new perspective to what MDF is. Thank you so much guys for watching and for being here, and stay tuned for episode 3. I'll catch you later.